Good morning. I'm Mr. Francis Ray Torres. I'm a Filipino citizen. I'm working in Middle East. I will not mention the what particular country. So I know that there is a current pandemic now. So the problem of the government is how to prevent and spread out this pandemic. But as I noticed, one of the prevention is social distancing, wear complete PPE, and the other one is uh, shutdown of city, country, or village. So that is the preparation while waiting the vaccine, which is invented by the government scientists. But for me, as an experienced safety in refinery and gas plant in Middle East, this is my own opinion and suggestion to my government in the Philippines or any government in the world. First, my suggestion is you maintain the social distances. Second, you maintain to your people this wearing of complete PPE. The third one, install in every houses, in every building, dormant entrance, whether company, private company, or government offices, you need to install the disinfectant, whether in the form of shower or in the form of spray. Once the people coming in, the disinfectant will spray to them. The purpose of this one, to eliminate the virus or to kill the virus, the coronavirus. So while you wear the purpose also this social distancing is when this infected person, when the sneezing, when the coughing, the airborne, the saliva going to the air and drop on the atmosphere, it will not affect to the other person. That is the purpose of social distancing and wearing of complete PPE. But the question is this enough to prevent coronavirus contamination? I think not 100%, maybe only 50-50. I suggest that you government in the Philippines, you ask your scientists to try to invent this gadget similar to multi-gas detector. What is this multi-gas detector? This was multi-gas detector used by the technician in the refinery, in the plant. A refinery, chemical plant, or gas plant. When the technician go inside confined space, on a restricted area, dangerous area, hazardous area, where there is a leak in the chemical, hydrogen sulfide, or any type of chemical, this one will alarm. So the same scenario of in COVID-19, if your scientists, government scientists, or this private scientists, if you can invent, if you can create this type of gadget, that once the virus coming, this will alarm. That is my suggestion. Create one particular gadget specifically for this alarm gadget, specifically for COVID-19. So the other one, I tell you,
You want to take break?
no. Second was the lockdown, country lockdown, city lockdown, barangay lockdown, or this small village lockdown is effective or not. For me, it is not necessary. Necessary. Why? Because in COVID-19, not only health is the affected health. First is health. It's true. Some people die, some people sick, some people very hard to breathe, high fever, go hospital, some people die, some people recover. True. But the government also think about their economy. Was the government can support the monthly salary of that employee? No. Was the government can support of their monthly billings like credit card, house rental, apartment rental, or monthly authorization or any bills, monthly bills. No. Third, can the government can support the small business about their monthly income or monthly profit? No. So that's why you don't need to shut down your economy. So what you're going to do, I advise you as a government, don't shut down. The only thing to do, enforce 100% this social distancing. Minimum of 2 meter. 2 meter distance. 2 meter distance minimum. Enforce that. Who enforce that one? The police or the army or the military. The person or any person cannot go out their house without wearing of complete PPE. This face mask and gloves. If no wearing of this one, the police will not allowed to go outside their house. Second, when they go inside their office, factory, or government office, or any office or hospital, they need to undergo the disinfectant. They go the entrance, the government or the private institution, they install a disinfectant device. When this person go inside, this one enter this entrance, the spray with the disinfectant. By doing this one, all the virus died, killed the virus. The other one is for the hospital, for working inside the hospital, especially for the nurse, the doctors or frontliners. You don't need. I think I suggest to you, you are not wearing your PPE now. For me, as a safety in refinery, your PPE now is, for me, is not it's not enough protecting you 100%. Why? Because in the hospital, there is a confines of the air. So once you inhale this air, there is a chance that this air have already virus. So if you're only covering this your mouth and nose by this face mask N95, that is not enough. That's enough. Because the air you inhale is coming from inside the hospital. And it is confined inside because air condition. There is no mechanical ventilation that sucking of this air from hospital going outside. No, there is no like that. So the only thing to do, when you go inside the hospital, when you go inside the COVID-19 patient or operating room, emergency room, you wear self-contained breathing apparatus or airline hose breathing apparatus. What is this? This is an oxygen type, positive type oxygen in a tank or wear in the backside. So what you have to do is, there is a so-called mask there. There is an oxygen. So even in that, once you breathe, came from air from the positive oxygen tank, not inside the hospital. In that way, you are safe. You are safe as a medical doctor. You are safe as a nurse. So that's why, especially in the Europe, there are a lot of doctors dying because of this COVID-19. They are doctors, they are nice because they are died. They are wearing complete PPE, but they also died. Why? Because the oxygen they inhale is not fresh. It's not safe. It is contaminated by a COVID-19 virus. So that's all. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum. So for further, if you want to call me for free suggestion, for free assessment, call my number +966 56108 1370, or you send my email is ERROT49 gmail.com. So that's all. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.